local news source. KCRG News.
Love it. You'll get to see it pop up over there. Oh, there we go. Good morning. Good morning and happy Sunday. We look a little different outside today than we did yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of snow fell yesterday. If you were ready for winter and excited for winter, maybe yesterday was the perfect day for you.
I love winter, right? I love looking at the snow. I love seeing it out the window. Sometimes a nice stroll through the snow.
Yeah.
But some areas saw, 14 inches?
Yes, some of our viewing area saw 14 inches of snow yesterday, which is pretty crazy. It is a very small little area that did see that 14. A couple areas across western Iowa and central parts of Iowa did see over that 14 point because they had a band of snow that moved through that was just heavier and dumped for quite a bit of time. But yeah, 14 inches across our viewing area was the highest that we saw.
Sure. Now, welcome to our little winter wonderland. And I think that's the big thing on everyone's mind this morning. You know, we've gotten a couple of phone calls.
Yes.
What are the totals that we've seen?
Right.
So I think we should just get right into that.
Love it. Let's do it. So looking at, I have a couple of them because there was so many reports yesterday, and I was just trying to find this morning what reports have been done most recently, which would be the most accurate representation of how much snow actually fell within the last 48 hours. So let's look at some of them. Jessup had 13.3 inches of snow, Anamosa 12.2 inches, Hiawatha at 12.1, Manchester at 11 inches, Urbana 10.6 inches, with Marion at 10 inches yesterday.
Wow, that's so much snow. And
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen it in all its glory yet.
Right.
Because, you know, we leave the house at midnight, 1 a.m.
Yes.
to come in. And seeing that much in the dark is one thing. But getting to see it during the day, it's going to be a whole nother beast when we step outside.
Right. I mean, because even yesterday the snow wasn't done falling, and even this morning it was just blowing. It's really, really hard with those winds. So we'll quickly just move on to I accidentally took the wrong one. That's totally my bad.
No, you're good.
We are going to look at another set of some cities that we were able to find still within that about last 12 hours range when they were sending in reports. Manchester at 11 inches, North Liberty at 9, Maquoketa also at 9, Monticello at 8.4, Mount Vernon at 8, and Amana at 7 inches, which is one of the lowest reports of snow.
7 is one of the lowest?
One of the lowest.
Wow.
Yeah. Places near Davenport and across further south and across the Mississippi saw less amounts of snow.
Sure.
But across our viewing area, really 7 inches was the smallest that I could find.
We all got so much snow.
Yes.
So much snow. There was when I was leaving the house this morning, there was a big overhang on the side of my house where the door, when you come out the side door, there's this giant overhang of snow. And I'm looking up at it. Please don't fall. Because that would, first of all, probably hurt really bad.
Yes.
Because it's heavy snow and
Definitely.
it's wet snow. It also would be really cold.
Very cold.
I
couldn't
think
imagine.
I probably would have just turned back around and went back into the house if that giant lump of snow would have fallen on me. But I'll probably have to take a stick tonight or today when I get home and get it down off the roof so it doesn't fall.
Yes, definitely. When you do that, take your precautions,
Yeah.
as should everybody. If you're trying to get some of that heavier snow off your roofs, make sure you're stepping back and away from it and you're poking it from a side where you're going to be safe. You don't want that snow falling on you. Like you said, it's heavy. And it's also got so cold last night that some of that is probably turning into very sharp ice. And so if that falls on you, that can scratch you up. It could cause just not a very pleasant feeling to have when it falls.
Maybe I'll leave it alone then. Maybe I won't poke it off the roof. But we've gotten a couple questions. Have we broken records? Has this weird, dramatic snow broken any records?
Let's take a look.
All right.
So we're going to move on to our next graphic. So here's some of the previous records. So Cedar Rapids, the most amount of snowfall within a 24-hour period. That's going to be pretty key when we're talking about these records. Is all of these were from midnight on the 29th of November until 11:59 on November 29th.
Okay.
So this is from records, 3.3 inches in Cedar Rapids of 1974, which is the only record in this that is more recent than the 1925 storm that moved through and dumped 5.4 inches in Dubuque, 3 inches in Iowa City, and 5 inches in Waterloo. So when we're taking a look at this, we are still trying to figure this out truly with even yesterday's storm of what actually fell starting at midnight and what ended at 11:59 last night.
Oh, sure, because it was more than a 24-hour period
It
when
was.
all of the snow fell.
Yes. So looking at that, we're still kind of getting a lot of those a lot of that information in. It's going to take the National Weather Service a little bit of time, just because of some of those reports still coming in, and they got to verify it. They now need to make sure that these reports are not just only local people, but that they're accurate, because the National Weather Service wants to be as correct as possible. So here's where we were previously.
Okay.
Let's take a look at how much of the snow that we actually saw yesterday. In total, between the over 48 hours that the snow period fell, Cedar Rapids Metro had between 8 and 13 inches of snowfall. It really depended on where you were in the metro.
Wow.
Looking at some of these reports, it's quite random of where places got 8 inches versus the 13 inches. A lot of it likely had to do to what buildings are around in the area, if there was any blowing that occurred. So that's why that record looks a little bit like just a range.
Sure.
Cedar Rapids Metro is also a very big area. Eastern Iowa Airport did not put out a report quite yet on their snowfall totals either. Okay. So that's where you would typically find that report number from.
Right.
So records in Cedar Rapids still up in the air. Just to kind of get some of the more representative numbers potentially. If you're in the northeast side, at 12:55 this morning, they put out a report of 12 inches. Wow. West side at almost 11 o'clock last night had 10.9 inches. To give an idea, Cedar Rapids stopped receiving snow by midnight-ish, a little after midnight. So pretty close to that time. Northwest side saw 11.7 inches. East side had 9.5 inches last night.
Wow. It's a lot of snow.
A lot of snow. So kind of have to take that all into consideration when you're looking at these kinds of storms, of their duration, their 24-hour period.
Right.
So Cedar Rapids, gotta kind of look. If you want to go and find maybe some place close to you in the reports, it's on the National Weather Service's webpage. You can go there. They list all of their reports there. If you're looking for a closer look, you can search. It's very, very easy to find these reports. So just go to National Weather Service's site.
It's kind of fun to, be involved, find your location on there, see what everyone else around you got. Because I could go outside with my snow stick and measure one thing, but my house, there's so many drifts that, I could do right here, and it would give me one reading, and then right here, it would give me another. Yeah. And it's kind of what you do, is take the average of everything.
Take the average, yep. So it's definitely what we're going to be kind of looking at over the next couple of days. Obviously, we still get snow, potentially even tomorrow. We'll look at that further in this newscast. But I'll take a quick look back at that graphic. 11.7 in Dubuque, 8 inches in Iowa City for total snowfall amounts there. Waterloo was our 14.5, so they definitely received that heavy band of snow. So much snow. So I'm going to read this for almost word for word what the National Weather Service said, because it's a little bit interesting of the wording on this. So 9.3 inches fell on the 29th alone. Waterloo was one of the only places I could find just their snowfall amounts from that 24-hour period that we're looking at. That is the third highest calendar amount on record in November. So of all Novembers across when they start looking at these record books, which dates back to 1872 is the first record. This is the third highest calendar amount. That is only behind a snowfall that fell and dropped 10.5 inches in 2015 and 14 inches that fell in 1934.
Wow.
Not on the 29th, though. So Waterloo definitely broke their record yesterday of how much snow.
I would say they crushed their record.
Truly.
Wow.
Yes. So that also for Waterloo is the 2-day total of 14.5 inches is the entire snowfall of the month for this year alone. That is the third snowiest record November on record. So just those 2 days of snow that happened in Waterloo puts this specific year at third place across all of the records across the area.
Wow.
Or in Waterloo.
Sure.
In the record books.
That's insane.
Yes.
I mean, like, seeing the numbers are one thing, and looking out your window is one thing, but being able to compare it to previous years and know where it really lands.
Yes.
That is so. It's mind-boggling.
I was gonna say mind-boggling. Yes.
Again, you look outside, you see an inch or two on the ground. That's a typical winter.
Yes.
Every once in a while. 14 and a half inches?
In under 48 hours.
That's so much snow.
Definitely.
I want to, let's see if I can get this up here. There we go. This is downtown Cedar Rapids yesterday. Look at that.
Wow, you can see the fishtail a little bit as that car.
There's the snow and the icicles. These icicles. I love the way icicles look, don't get me wrong. But our producer Grace Vance took this video yesterday of it when it was really coming down. I mean,
wow.
it's just, it's cool to see.
Yes, definitely.
This is something that we will look back on for a while and be like, remember when it snowed that one time? That one day for a really long time?
Really long time, yeah.
Wow. But what's cool about this is, and I like to think of it like this, you know, in the newscasts we always say, be so careful on the road.
Yes.
And it always seems sometimes like we're sounding like the snow is a bad thing.
Yes, definitely.
And it can be dangerous if you're not careful and you're not safe, but it can also be so much fun.
Oh, definitely.
And this is what I love about being able to do streams like this, because we can also see what you guys experienced and the fun that you had. This was a family's first snowman.
Oh.
They sent this in to us on Zine.
Goodness.
Oh, I love it. I love it. This was perfect snowman weather, first of all. And just they wanted to share their first snowman with us.
Wow.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, we always appreciate all these viewer photos because, again, it shows the fun that people can have.
We have
out in
somebody
the
on the southwest side of Cedar Rapids sharing their measurements.
Almost 8 inches there. Wow, how crazy.
And you shared this photo on the newscast this morning. The cardinal in the tree. I love the cardinals.
I love the cardinals. They're so easy to see in the snow, too, because they stand out so much now.
Yes, yep.
But I love cardinals. My whole family has just an attachment to cardinals.
Oh, I feel that.
So, yes, it's so fun to see those out, especially in the winter when you can pick them out a little easier.
Oh, yeah. And if you have photos that you took, more snowmen sledding photos, send them to us. We want to see them. Maybe you might end up on a stream or a newscast.
Yeah.
But with all the snow, and we mentioned it all morning long and yesterday as well, today is the busiest travel day of the year. And it is nasty if you're here in the Midwest and you're here in Iowa and you're waking up this morning from your Thanksgiving festivities.
Yes.
I got to get home because today was the good day to travel.
Right.
Today is the good day to travel.
Yes, it is.
Today and yesterday.
Right.
But it's still not great.
No.
So we're going to take a look at the road conditions map. This is put on from Iowa 511, the DOT. They've gotten a little bit better.
Yeah.
Cedar Rapids is now blue,
Yeah.
which is good.
Right.
Earlier this morning, it was pink, meaning it was completely covered. You can see there's roads down in Iowa City that are now green. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because earlier this morning, I mean, we were looking at the Dubuque area specifically being really nasty. It was all purple, which is, as you can see on the key on your screen, travel not advised. And the fact that it's all the way up to the blue color now, partly covered, it's still not perfect.
Right.
But it is much better than it was. Now, we were looking at parts of central Iowa, even kind of closer to our viewing area, Belle Plaine, the Marengo area, where the snow on the road, it was pink, so completely covered, and then it turned to pink with little white dots in it, which our map doesn't have that part on the key, but that means completely covered in ice. And that's something that we've kind of seen out, is these conditions turning a little bit icier, which is not good.
No, not at all.
Please be careful. If something looks like it's very clear, obviously ice is clear, that's not what I meant. If the roads look clear, and they look like they're in good shape, they've got a little bit of a sheen to it, don't assume that it's just wet. Assume that it's ice, take it slow, be aware, but things are starting to improve.
Yeah.
Which is very good for, we're 24 hours, we're 10 hours removed from the storm,
Yes,
right?
right.
We are not 24 hours from it when it stopped, and the crews have been working so hard overnight.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they've been doing a fantastic job, as seen by the colors on our screen. So thank you to them. Big
Definitely.
thank you to them throughout the night for, keeping us safe, making sure people like us can get into work at 1 a.m.
Right.
safely so we can do what we are doing.
Yes.
But those road conditions, people are traveling. Should we take a look at the travel forecast?
Yeah, we can take a look at that. So, like Rebecca had said, we're going to quickly look at some of those cameras just really, really quickly. We show these quite a bit through the morning news as well, but even looking at the Waterloo area, you can see some of that sheen on the roadways, and that's what Rebecca was talking about. If there's that sheen, don't assume that it's water. It could be ice. Black ice is really hard to figure out if it's actually there. And with the sun starting to come up a little bit and peeking out between the clouds, it helps to start to see a little bit of that sheen, but just take it slower this morning. We'll continue to watch these roads improve, but Iowa City was in that travel okay area where it was very seasonable. You can see that here on our DOT cameras that we have. Dubuque looks much better than it was even 2 hours ago when we were in our 8 o'clock newscast.
The roads were, I mean, you could see, specifically this Locust Street camera, you could see where tire tracks had been, but this is leaps and bounds better than what it was earlier this morning. It's much clearer, much safer. Obviously, still take your time, be aware. You can see in that northwest arterial camera there that some of the lanes are still packed with snow, but give the crews some time. They'll come by with the plows. You can see one actually in that camera right now.
Yep,
Here he
there
comes.
goes.
He's going to do his job and clear the road, and it will be no time at all before those lanes are clear.
Right, and they're trying their best, obviously, so give them the space to be able to do their jobs. They have a lot of work to do to get Eastern Iowa clear before we get another chance for some snow moving in tomorrow, and they're going to do their best to make sure that these roads are as clear as they can for people trying to get home. Cedar Rapids also looking very, very good across a lot of our major highways and interstates across the area. So again, that sheen though, just be a little bit slower, a little careful out there. Even across some of our viewing area, we didn't get to see this a whole lot today, but yesterday was pretty ice covered and snow covered across this specific 4 cameras that we were looking at. Much, much better today as we head out. Wilson's huge for that. If we want to look at roads, or do we want to move on to potentially people trying to head to the airports?
Let's talk about some of the airport stuff real quick. We can always come back to the roads, which is, I mean, I'm sure we will.
Oh, yeah.
But again, today is going to be one of the busiest travel days of the season. ABC reports flights leaving Chicago's O'Hare International Airport delayed an average of 5 hours yesterday due to ice and snow. As of 1 p.m. yesterday, nearly 1,000 flights at Chicago were canceled.
Wow.
That's according to FlightAware. AAA estimates nearly 82 million people will travel on the roads throughout the week of Thanksgiving, and that includes through tomorrow. So things are busy.
Yes, definitely.
Things are busy, and they are icy and slick. So if you're, getting to the airport, you're really going to want to make sure you are giving yourself plenty of time to work through any delays.
Right.
So what are we seeing with airport delays across the area right now?
So let's just take a little zoom in. So Cedar Rapids and Moline, not seeing any delays there, which is, we weren't seeing any delays yesterday, just a lot of cancellations. So that's always something to just keep in mind. Even if there's not a delay at an airport, flights are being canceled due to weather. O'Hare and Midway are looking a lot better too. Yesterday dealing obviously with a lot of cancellations. So people trying to get out now there's going to be quite a bit of people trying to make their way out of that area. Denver, Dallas, and St. Louis, nothing there. Des Moines, though, they are completely down right now as a plane ended up off their runway last night.
Yes, during all the snow, I think it was around 10 p.m., if my memory serves me correctly. Our sister station, KCCI in Des Moines, was reporting that a airplane had slid off the end of a runway. Nobody was injured. People were bussed off of the plane back into the terminal. But the airport is completely closed down as of right now because of that incident. There is more information on our website, kcrg.com, if you're looking for the full story with more details. But that is why there's a red plane next to Des Moines.
Yes, so if you're heading out of Des Moines right now, not going to be heading out, at least for right now. So just make sure to keep checking in on any of those flights. Atlanta, Detroit, Minneapolis, Charlotte also feeling pretty good right now. As they start to clear things up, Detroit, make sure you keep an eye on that, as you also could be seeing the remnants of the storm that we got yesterday. So just kind of, again, that zoom out picture of where we are seeing only Des Moines really having that just airport stop and ground stop there. But let's just take a quick travel delays look at a more national level. Looking at this morning, most of that storm has pushed off towards the northeast, and that will continue through today as well. And that means that by tonight, any travel delays that could be in the area are likely moving out. That's any weather that could be causing travel delays. Yeah, sure, across northeastern parts of the U.S., if you're heading that way today, trying to get home before work, just keep an eye on any of those flights going in or out. Definitely going to be a little bit of craziness as that storm system continues to just push off towards the east.
Sure.
By Monday morning, though, a lot of things look much, much clearer. It's by later Monday and into Monday evening and overnight hours that we could see some chances here across eastern Iowa. But by then, I feel like most people, if they had to cancel any flights on Saturday, are going to be trying to get home either today or by tomorrow. So not seeing anything too major in terms of today or tomorrow.
And that is what we like to hear.
Yes.
We are grateful that there is not going to be too many more delays. I know that when we'll talk a little bit in a few minutes that there's more wintry weather coming for us.
Yes.
Here in Cedar Rapids.
Yay.
I love the snow. I'm going to keep telling myself that I love the snow. This was just a lot in one go.
It was just like we kind of had mentioned yesterday. Everybody was like, oh, Thanksgiving's over, yay. And then Mother Nature just decided that Thanksgiving's over, so here's winter.
You get
all in one go.
All of the snow in 30 hours.
Right.
It's like when you want a piece of pie and you get a small slice of pie, but then you're handed the whole pie as if you need to finish it.
Has that happened to you before? Okay.
With the snow yesterday,
Yes.
there was a lot of events canceled, including a lot of them for Small Business Saturday, which is very unfortunate because a lot of these businesses, this is one of the busiest customer purchase days of the year. You know, it really helps keep them afloat. So we're going to run through a couple of places. Obviously, the storm kept people inside. Nubo was closed yesterday, and a lot of those gatherings were just closed. But if you've got cabin fever, things are happening today, so you can get out and about. Now, this is video from the Made in Iowa Holiday Market. It was one of the few events yesterday that was not canceled. It's just one of those ways you can celebrate those small businesses. There were smaller crowds and a few vendors decided to stay home yesterday because of the weather, but it continues today at Hawkeye Downs here in Cedar Rapids from 10 to 4. KCRG TV9's Jackson Valenti did a great story on it all yesterday, and you can find that on our website, kcrg.com. So you can head out to that as a good way to still support small businesses and craft vendors in the area. I love these types of events. See, Let It Snow, I would bring that home. It's adorable. And it's a great way to support people that are doing things that they love.
Right, definitely.
We kind of talked about this one a little bit yesterday. I think we did. Santa Snack and Stories at Bruce Moore. From 5 to 8 today, you can go and you can meet Santa at the Bruce Moore Mansion. Make sure you're on the nice list. They'll let you know. Are you on the nice list, Camille?
Oh, I hope
After this weather?
Oh, gosh. I don't know after this weather.
You can go to the Bruce Moore Facebook page for more information on ticket pricing. Entry times for the mansion are every 30 minutes. The last entry is at 7 p.m. You've got to get those photos with Santa. If you miss today, there's another date in December as well. So,
yes.
you got 2 chances.
Got 2 chances to get to go. Yes.
But there's more.
Is there?
There is.
Yes.
You've got something for us.
So we're just gonna take a look at a event that's going on down here in Cedar Rapids. Getting to see the Paramount Theater in Cedar Rapids has their Cirque Musica holiday show going on tonight. This starts at 7:30. Has world-class circus artistry and holiday music favorites going on. You do need to purchase a ticket for this event ahead of time.
Yes.
Doors open at 6:30.
Doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7:30. Live acrobatic musical holiday event where the circus meets seasonal sounds.
Love it. So
That's so cool.
Yeah. So if you're still not ready to be hanging out in the cold quite yet, this event's for you. It's a great experience. Just get out and maybe stay a little bit warmer when it's 24 degrees outside today.
Make those holiday memories. This is one of those types of events that you go to, and your family talks about it for years. Remember when we did that when it snowed a ton, and it was too crazy to do anything outside? Well, it's a good thing to get to.
Yeah,
I would go to that. That seems really cool.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, Camille, there's more snow on the way, and not just more snow. It's also going to be really cold.
Yes,
this is
really
insane.
Really, really cold. So let's just take a look at this snowfall forecast really, really quickly. So this is tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We are starting out the morning dry, just mostly cloudy skies, not really going to be seeing much sunshine to start out the day. If you look off towards our east, though, that's when you're going to start to see that snow push in. We get those little bit darker colors that start to pop up here too. Not super heavy. We were seeing pretty dark purples of that storm that moved through yesterday. A little bit of some heavier totals though that will be falling through the afternoon, more so across the south in our counties across the Mississippi River area. And then as we head into Monday night, lighter totals stay mostly to our northwest, and then we'll continue to see that storm just push off towards the east through the day. A few flurries do linger through Monday night, so not too bad there. But let's just take a look at the snowfall forecast for this, because people really care, obviously, after yesterday's snow.
How much more are we getting on top of it?
So this is our current snowfall forecast. Things can still change, but we're looking at about trace to 3 inches of snow. Again, seeing some of that heavier snow likely south of Highway 30 and anything along the Mississippi. That's where we're seeing some of those heavier totals likely to be falling on that higher end of the range. But across the TV9 viewing area, looking at about trace to 3 inches potentially adding on to what we received yesterday.
Wow. Another 3 inches would be crazy. Again, as much as I love snow, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for the trace on this one. This would be bananas.
I can kind of agree with that. It'll be an interesting way to start out December. Tomorrow is December 1.
Yeah. Oof.
So we already have quite a bit of snow on the ground. And then adding more onto that, much, much colder. Snow's going to be sticking around for quite a bit of time.
And we were kind of chatting, maybe it would stick around for Christmas. That's still a very long ways out.
Very long ways out.
But
you never really know. I mean, we look at Climate Prediction Center's outlooks, and a lot of them show colder than normal temperatures through the middle of December.
Ooh, I mean, good to keep the snow around.
Yes.
Bad for everything else.
Truly. Yeah, if you're not ready for cold or winter quite yet, I feel like we've kind of moved past fall at this point.
Yeah, well.
So
when's the winter solstice?
Winter solstice is December 21st.
So not technically yet, but spiritually and emotionally.
Exactly. Yes.
We are past fall.
Maybe even meteorologically based on our weather.
Meteorologically. All right, we got time for one more interesting thing that has made us laugh all morning long. It's a little squirrel in a pumpkin. This was sent in, again, to our sister station, KCCI in Des Moines. This is Rocky the squirrel. He's taking refuge in this pumpkin. And I have so many questions about this squirrel that, did he carve the hole in the pumpkin and crawl in? Or did the family who put the pumpkin out here go out and carve the circle so he could crawl in? But I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably much too late to still be those Halloween pumpkins still left out. I feel like at that point, if you've carved them, they're likely a deflated mess at this point.
That's true. Little mushy.
But I have questions, definitely. I have those about how he got in there, but...
Oh, he's so cute.
So cute.
Oh.
Definitely feel that from
like
yesterday.
How we all felt yesterday, hiding in our little pumpkins, little homes. He's so cute. I can't get over him. I hope Rocky has a wonderful rest of the winter season, because he's probably going to need that pumpkin for a little bit longer. That's his little home.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're not ready for it.
Should we look at the roads one more time before we send people on their way? That way they can have a good idea of what they're getting themselves into. Let's take a look one more time. Cedar Rapids, you're partly covered. Dubuque, you're partly covered. Waterloo, you're still completely covered in snow, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll be partly covered soon. All the way up in Fayette, we're blue. Decorah, you're a little pink. Iowa City is looking pretty good. We saw that on our city cams. Things are looking pretty good down there in Iowa City. The rest of the state is just blues, pinks, pretty green in the south, but just be aware of the roads when you're heading out today. If you are traveling back from Thanksgiving, be so careful on the roads because, you mentioned it, you never know when you're going to hit a splotch of black ice.
Yep.
So just be aware, be careful, have good following distance.
Yes.
And stay safe on the roads.
Yeah, stay safe on the roads. Happy trying to get home from your holiday season.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
All right, I think we are going to end our weekend there.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your Sunday. You've got plenty of time today to make the rest of the weekend an amazing one. And try to have a great work week. All right, bye-bye.